3 signs you are not just going through a breakup, but you are chemically detaching from a manipulator. Now, whenever I sit down with clients, I can very quickly see if their psychology has been impacted by a manipulative person, a person with manipulative tendencies, behaviours, etc. And we have to use a completely different set of tools to take your brain from A to Z if that is the case. Because this goes from being a grief process, yes, but it goes from being a grief process and a chemical detachment process and a rewiring process. Because whenever you've been in a relationship with a manipulator, there is conditioning that has been done to the brain that will not let you heal. So unless we reverse it, you will continue chasing your tail and being in that loop. There will be a ton of confusion, a ton of confliction, head and heart battle, really just not being able to turn your brain off and not knowing why. Now, very shortly, I'm going to be running a masterclass on the 6th of May, which is if you are chemically attached, why what you're doing isn't working, and the framework that does work. So if you want to join that, please click the link in bio. So number 1, your relationship was like a volume toggle is what I call it. It was constantly being turned up and it was constantly being turned down. Slowly being turned up, very viciously being turned down. The guilt tripping started slightly. The silent treatment started just once. The mistakes that they started apologising for at the beginning have now become normal and a pattern. It didn't start at full volume. You can't say from day dot that this person was manipulating you because it didn't feel that way. But over time, those unhealthy tools and methods and conditioning that they use against you that hurt and that you're trying to understand why were turned up. And now you're at a point where those things are screaming at you. And now you feel you can't leave. Now, whenever I see this in clients, they're so stuck on the time where these things were not at full volume and trying to understand, well, then why did they start to turn the volume up? Do they mean it? Do they know they're doing it, etc.? We have to just pause that for a minute. And what we have to do with clients very, very quickly is take them out of the conditioning that makes them question all of this. Those questions are designed to keep you stuck. It's your brain's way of hanging on to something that's become incredibly familiar but not healthy. It's not about not answering those questions. It's about rewiring and changing the conditioning that your brain has been under and then seeing if you even care to answer those things, which 9 times out of 10, you don't. Number 2, they have manufactured crisis after crisis. Maybe you have tried to leave, but my goodness gracious, does all of a sudden the world begin to enter them and you feel you've got to fix it. All of a sudden they are really struggling mentally, or someone in their family's going through, or they start to confess about their childhood. Whatever it is, whenever you feel you get strong enough to do what's best for you and do the healthy thing, this person sets a grenade off all of a sudden that you feel you need to fix. You walk on eggshells because of this, not feeling valid in your thoughts and feelings. They pull on every caring, empathetic instincts that you naturally have. And you end up feeling so much empathy for somebody that's just hurt you over and over and over again. Now, what we have to do with clients is cut the strings. I will prep clients for what this person's probably going to do. I will map it out very clearly, the 4 key tools that manipulators will use every single time, so that A, you're ready. We want you to be on the offense rather than the defense. But more than that, we need to be chemically detaching you in the background so that your empathy is now locked away safe. Your care for them is detaching. Your hope that they're going to be great is dwindling, so that the buttons that they push are now hidden from them, whilst we heal from them, but so they can't use them. Keeping you away, keeping you strong, keeping you clear, keeping you out of this cycle. Number 3. You see them as a victim. They have blamed you for things that they do. They accuse you of what they are, and they stay the victim to control you. All the time they keep the spotlight on you, you can't see around that light. You can't see who's holding the light, and you can't see how to get it off of them. So you are stuck in this spotlight of guilt, shame, remorse, overwhelm, confusion. That's how they keep you stuck. All the time you're dysregulated, you can't make clear decisions. You can't do what's right for you or what's healthy, and you can't see things for what they really are. So what we have to do with clients is rebalance the brain. We have to massively get that logical brain stronger. We have to get that emotional brain regulated. And we need to start to show your brain the path without it overwhelming you and without it hurting you. This information is power. But what it allows you to do is see this behavior for what it is. And what that allows you to do is stay strong and use the tools to stay away and heal and get to indifference once and for all.